and relive the absolute electricity inside BC Place. We're breaking down that high-stakes Group G finale between Belgium and New Zealand. If you were watching this unfold live, you already know the atmosphere was completely charged. But today, we're going to look closer at exactly how a grinding battle turned into an absolute masterclass of attacking football.
So, here's the big question we need to answer today. How in the world did a tense, razor-thin 1-0 match just explode into a historic 6-goal thriller by the final whistle? We're going to unpack the tactical shifts, the breathtaking individual performances, and, of course, that stoppage-time chaos that turned a methodical match into an unforgettable tournament moment. It's a story of relentless pressure, quick adjustments, and world-class finishing.
All right, Act 1, the early storm and overturned hope.
You could literally feel the tension right from the opening whistle. Belgium was absolutely desperate to finally unlock their tournament potential, and they seized control immediately. Just 11 minutes in, things escalate violently. Arsenal's Leandro Trossard, who, by the way, looked incredibly sharp right out of the gate, finds space in the 6-yard box. He unleashes this wicked curling shot, totally beats the keeper, but bam, crashes hard off the inside of the right upright. Then you've got Tyler Bendon making a desperate scrambling clearance off the line. But wait, the chaos doesn't stop. Moments later, the ref points straight to the spot, judging Trossard's follow-up hit Kiwi defender Finn Sermon on the arm. The whole stadium just holds its breath for the VAR review. Ultimately, penalty overturned. Sermon's arm was ruled to be in a natural position.
Now, New Zealand's all-whites breathed a massive sigh of relief after that VAR check. And usually, surviving an early scare like that can completely shift the momentum. But for the Red Devils, it actually had the opposite effect. Their relentless assault was literally just getting started, and the pressure on that Kiwi defense just kept mounting rapidly.
Moving into Act 2, the breakthrough. Trossard takes control.
The dam finally breaks in the 28th minute. Belgium's systematic dismantling of the defense pays off big time. Watch how this meticulously worked team move plays out. First, you've got the maestro, Kevin De Bruyne, floating a pinpoint cross directly into the danger zone. Then, the New Zealand defense just fails to clear that initial delivery, creating an absolute scramble in the box. And who reacts quickest? Trossard. He reads the game perfectly and turns the ball home from close range. That ultra-clinical sequence secures a 1-0 halftime lead for the Red Devils, and honestly, leaves New Zealand desperately searching for answers in the locker room.
Okay, Act 3. Trossard's masterclass and De Bruyne makes history.
Coming out of the half, New Zealand attempts a little tactical shuffle, right? Trying to find a way back in. But within 5 short minutes of the restart, this 50th minute goal completely shatters those plans. It is a literal masterclass in attacking football. Check this out. Jeremy Doku uses his blistering pace to just totally stretch the Kiwi backline. Then, Hans Vanaken finds the seam and picks out the absolute perfect pass. Trossard receives it, pulls off a beautiful chest control, and just unleashes a stunning volley straight into the top corner. Second goal of the night, and without a doubt, a true highlight of the tournament.
But here's the thing. Trossard wasn't just scoring, he was orchestrating the whole show. Fast forward to the 66th minute, and he turns provider. He drives aggressively through the midfield, feeds his captain, Kevin De Bruyne, right at the edge of the box. De Bruyne takes one deft touch onto his left foot, and just drills this clinical low shot right past Max Crocombe.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the history behind the number 34. At 34 years old, De Bruyne's strike didn't just pad the lead, it officially etched his name into the record books. With that brilliant finish, he becomes Belgium's oldest World Cup goalscorer.
And the crowd knew they were witnessing something incredibly special. That historic milestone sent an absolute shockwave through BC Place. It drove the fans in these massive echoing chants of, "Oh, Kevin De Bruyne!" just completely celebrating their legendary captain's enduring class on the global stage.
Which brings us to Act 4, a frantic 5-goal finish. Now, New Zealand absolutely refused to pack it in without a fight, which set the stage for a totally chaotic, breathless final 10 minutes. Just look at the sheer adrenaline of this sequence. 84th minute, off a corner kick, the ball drops to Elijah Just. He catches Thibaut Courtois completely off guard with his spectacular volley from the edge of the box. Boom, 3-1. But man, the celebration is brief. Belgium's subs answer almost instantly. 86th minute, Romelu Lukaku powerheads a thunderous effort into the net for 4-1. Then, deep into stoppage time, 94th minute, Alexis Saelemaekers fires home a 5th goal to just completely ice the match.
So, why did those final 2 goals happen so crazy fast?
Well, when Elijah just scored for New Zealand, it actually threatened Belgium's vital goal difference advantage over Egypt in the group standings. Manager Domenico Tedesco, he recognized the danger instantly. He unleashed his tactical subs, deploying his bench to just mercilessly slam the door shut. And as we just saw, Lukaku and Saelemaekers did exactly that, totally neutralizing any lingering hope of a Kiwi comeback.
That absolute stoppage-time domination brought the final score to a staggering 5-1. I mean, it was a comprehensive victory that perfectly highlighted the raw firepower, the tactical depth, and honestly the sheer ruthlessness of this Belgian squad when they are firing on all cylinders.
So as the dust finally settles in Vancouver, the fates of these two teams are totally sealed. You have a courageous New Zealand squad who fought incredibly hard right to the bitter end, but they're ultimately bowing out of the competition. On the flip side, a completely revitalized Belgium emphatically secures the top spot in Group G, and they are marching dominantly into the knockout stages.
As we wrap up, we've got to look ahead and ask one massive question. Now that Belgium has finally unlocked this explosive rhythm, is there anyone in the round of 32 who can actually stop them? They've shown us the tactical brilliance, the depth, the finishing power. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to see who steps up to challenge them next.